Brilliant. Well done for volunteering or being chosen to come as a Golden Mile monitor for your school. I will be standing mostly over this side of the room and going through a little PowerPoint presentation to show you everything that you need to do. So first of all, don't worry about anything. If you're not used to computers or anything like that, or you're not quite sure what you've got to do, everything is really, really simple. I'm here to support you through everything. And obviously your teachers can make some notes that can support you when you're in school, and you're going to have other people throughout the year helping you with Golden Mile as well. So basically today we're just going to go through the presentation, quick introductions, then we're going to do a practical demonstration that's showing you the setup and how the Golden Mile works, what it actually is. Then we're going to go through the website, so you can have a play around on the website, and I'll talk you through it and everything that you need to do. It is very simple. It's designed for children like yourselves to use, and I'm sure you're all really, really clever, so you'll pick it up in no time at all. And then we're going to talk about your role as a monitor and also the responsibilities that you have with leading your classes to get nice and active and using the Golden Mile. And then at the end, we'll have a question and answer session. And if there's anything that you're not sure on, you can fire some questions at me and I'll answer as we go. All good? All make sense? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. And feel free just to put your hand up throughout the training session and I'll answer any questions that we've got. We've got about 20 minutes to go through the first part, and then we're going to nip down to the sports hall and set up practical, and you can have a little go at Golden Mile just to find out exactly what it is. My name's Carl Fox. I'm the director of the Golden Mile, and we work all over the country in lots of different schools, trying to get children as physically active as possible, going out, recording their distances and then uploading them on the system, and then getting some rewards at the end of it so we can monitor and measure the activities that you're doing. Okay, so first of all, well done. It is a big responsibility as monitors because it's going to be your job to really help your classmates and the people at your school show them exactly what they need to do to Golden Mile and encourage them to get out there and get active, okay? So it's going to be working on your communication skills. Hands up if you know what communication means. Yes?
Speaking to basically speak to other people.
Excellent, well done, brilliant. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, communicating is talking and speaking with other children, or anyone in general, but with you, with your classmates and talking to them. Also, we're going to be looking at improving, or you can certainly work on your leadership skills. Does anyone know what leadership is? Yes?
It's like when you lead something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, keep going.
When you lead something and it's your job to control it.
Exactly, yeah, pretty much in a nutshell. Well done. Leading other people, controlling them, helping them, supporting them along the way, that is all leadership. And there'll be two big skills that hopefully you can improve and work on while being Golden Mile monitors. Okay? Brilliant. So, on to the first slide. The benefits of exercise. Because we thought, rather than just coming in and talking about Golden Mile and what it is, we want you to understand as monitors, because it is your responsibility to be able to communicate and talk to your classmates about the benefits of exercise. So it's not just something, oh, we're going to go and do some Golden Mile time and not really know why we do it. It's all about knowing what the benefits of exercise and being physically active and using the Golden Mile initiative to be both of those, what the actual benefits are. So it's been a long day at school, no doubt. You're probably a little bit tired, so I need to wake you up a little bit. So all I'd like you to do is to everyone stand up, just tuck your chairs in slightly, and I want you just to stand behind your chair, okay? So while we're going to go through this first slide, we're going to get a little bit active ourselves, okay? We're going to do some Golden Mile steps. So all I want you to do is simply just stepping on the spot like this with your hands in the air, okay? Nice and simple. Now I'm going to stop because I'm going to be talking, but what I want you to do is carry that on until I say stop, okay? So you don't have to go too quick. You don't have to go too quick, but I just want you stepping on the spot with your hands in the air. You can even give a little wave if you want. Brilliant. Okay, so benefits of exercise, really, really important. On average, how many walking steps, exactly what you're doing now, do you think it would take for you to complete 1 mile? On average. Who thinks they know? So how many of these do you think you'd have to do to get 1 mile? Anyone? Yeah, that's true. Yes, young lady there. 1,000, okay. Anyone that got any other ideas? I'll tell you the right or wrong answer in a minute. Yes? 3,000? Hands up. Okay, put your hands down by your side while you keep stepping. Don't stop stepping. Okay, hands up if you think 1,000. Hands up if you think 2,000. Hands up if you think 3,000. Okay, the correct answer is 2,000. Okay, so 2,000 steps. Keep going, don't stop. You can't stop, you've got to keep going. So 2,000 of these will get you 1 mile. Okay, you will travel 1 mile on average, because some people have bigger steps than others, but generally on average, 2,000 of those will do 1 mile. And as you learn more about the Golden Mile, the target for the year is to complete 50 miles. So 50 miles times that by 2,000, that will give you how many steps that you will need. Are you going to answer that?
Yeah, 100,000.
Excellent. Well done. So keep going. Keep on the spot. Well done. So walking, jogging and running makes your heart and lungs work harder. Okay. To gain the health benefits, children should do at least, okay, 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, 1 day a week, 60 minutes 3 days a week, or 60 minutes 5 days a week. Okay, so while you're stepping, hands up if you think that is 60 minutes for 1 day a week. None of you. Okay, hands up if you think it's B, 3 days a week. Okay, a few there. Hands up if you think it's 5 days a week. Okay, well done. Well, the answer actually is C, 5 days a week. And it says at the bottom there, on most days, mean that you cannot store up the benefits of physical activity, okay? You need to do it regularly. Being physically active on at least 5 days a week is recommended. So what that means is you can't work really hard on a Monday and Tuesday and think, oh, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I won't bother anymore because I've worked really hard, because it doesn't store up the benefits. It's important to do a reasonable amount, and they're advising 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, at least every day of the week. And that's an important part of your Golden Mile Monitor role with your schools. Nearly finished, don't worry. With your schools is to see if you can get out there and do it every single day, okay? Just to keep everyone active and fit. Okay, well done. You could stop now. Everyone feel their heart beating? Okay, blood's pumping around the body a little bit, brain's working. You must be super fit then. Well, good. Your brains are working, because as I said, this is a really important role as Golden Mile Monitors, and you should feel very proud, because your job is to help and support your classmates do this. And now you know how many steps in a mile. Who thinks they could have done 2,000 there and then? Yeah? I think you all could as well. And that'd be 1 mile. That'd be 1 mile closer to your 50-mile Golden Mile target, okay? So, key things there then is remembering to try and do it every single day. And we'll talk to teachers a little bit later about the structure and how it works, and see if we could get out there for at least some point every day to do some Golden Mile time, okay? So the dangers, the health facts and figures. And we won't go too much into this, but I think it's important that you are aware of some of the things. So regular daily exercise helps prevent risk factors from some diseases, such as type 2 diabetes. Has anyone ever heard of diabetes before? Okay, a couple of you. And heart disease. Who's heard of heart disease before? Okay, some nasty things there. And they can, but by being regularly active, like we're talking about, either Golden Mile or the other sports that you play, or your PE lessons within school, can help reduce those risk factors from developing early in life. Because when I was at school, I only thought it was when you got a lot older that you could develop some of these diseases. But if you're really inactive and unfit, potentially it can happen early in life. Now, there's nothing to be worried about, nothing to be scared of. It's not just going to happen, but if you can try and keep yourself regularly active, it helps to keep your body much fitter and healthier, okay? So there's some other stats on there, and it talks about children in classes potentially being not quite as physically active, and some percentages. We've got 9.5% of children in reception class, so the real tiny ones in year 4 and 5, potentially being less physically active. And that goes all the way, and it increases up to year 6. Are you all in year 6? Yeah, everyone in year 6? Some in year 5, some in year 5 to year 6. So similar type of ages. Sometimes that can increase as children get older in primary schools. So we've got 3 there. Who thinks it goes from 9.5% up to 12.2? An increase. Or do we think it's B, 19.2, or C, 22.2%? So it's quite a big increase from when you were tiny, from 4 to 5, that children get less active, to when they get to your age in year 5 or 6, okay? Quite a big jump, whichever one it is. Hands up if you think it's A. No? So you think you're going to get unfair. Okay, hands up if you think it's B. Hands up if you think it's C. Okay, the answer actually is B, 19.2%. Okay, so a huge increase, okay? Doubling, almost doubling in fact, from when you were tiny and you joined school to when you almost leave to go to secondary school, is what we're finding. The trend across the UK is that children are actually getting less active and less fit. So it's really important in your job is to speak with your younger children in your classes and make sure we can try and generate some more activity and keep them nice and fit and healthy. Okay, you all up for that? Excellent, well done. Okay, so just a couple of things on the benefits. Now, we're going to have a little look at a short video, just literally 2 minutes, which will give you an example of a teacher at one of our schools that uses Golden Mile that will talk a little bit about that. And it's just to give you a little example of some of the benefits that it can have within your school and what the teachers think of it. And here you see at the bottom is the reward structure. So we've got year 1, 10 miles, bronze certificate. Excellent there. So if you can do 2,000 steps times 10, 20,000 steps, you will receive a bronze certificate, which will show you where to find them later. Then we've got 25 miles, which is the silver certificate that you can receive once you've done all those steps. And then the target for year 1 is the gold certificate, okay? And that is what you have to try and encourage and lead and communicate to all your fellow classmates in different year groups that 50 miles is the target. Now, we've had so many children, whether they be sporty children or children that don't do a lot of sport and not that active, just simply go out and walk the Golden Mile with their friends in the playground, get to 50 miles and beyond. So we've actually had to extend it to 75 miles as an emerald certificate, 100 miles is a ruby certificate, and 150 miles is a diamond certificate. We've had no one reach 150 miles just yet, but lots of people that have achieved the emerald and a few with the ruby. Yes.
Can I just clarify that isn't the year 1 children? That's the year 1 of this scheme. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Right, okay.
that's the first,
Right,
yeah.
I'm thinking, okay.
However,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah, however, we have had lots of year 1s complete 50.
Yes, no, I know. I'm just thinking of our...
Yeah, no, your structure. Yeah, no, that's just year 1, the target is 50, and then year 2 it would go to 100, and then year 3 tried to get the 150. But that will roll over year after year on the system anyway. But we did have to increase from the 50 because we just had so many children that have done all those steps to complete it. So what we're going to do now, hopefully the technology will work. Okay, so when can we do the Golden Mile? Now, this is to both, obviously, you guys as monitors, but to engage the teachers as well. The Golden Mile is flexible because every school is different, every curriculum is different, timetables, the facilities that schools have. And Golden Mile is designed to be flexible and to work with the school. So these are just some ideas of how other schools use it across the country. Which may not be all of them be suitable for your school, but it's just to give some ideas so you can go away and think, actually, how could this really fit in my school to provide the monitors the chance to get everyone active. So before school, parents can get involved and walk around the track with their child and indeed their friends or their little brothers and sisters. We have a lot of schools that, because obviously parents will turn up 15, 20 minutes before school, chatting on the playground, we'll have a more permanent track marked out on the playground. So rather than having to get cones out every time, there's just some posts or some signs or something that creates a permanent track on the playground. I mean, we've had some schools that have even sprayed the track on the playground and go to all different levels. But if there's always one kind of default track, if we like, in the school, it means when children turn up in the morning 15 minutes early with their parents, they can actually do some Golden Mile time before school. Obviously, we know that getting active before school can wake the children up so they're ready for lessons. So it's an ideal opportunity for that to do them. But it also It creates some parental engagement, because from the schools that I've been around and visited, the children love getting mum or dad or nanny or granddad just to walk round or jog with them, pushing their buggies, little brothers and sisters doing some Golden Mile time. And the beauty of that is obviously you don't need a member of staff to come out and supervise it, because they're still with their parents. So Golden Mile before school can be a great way to energise the children, get them active, and also allow them to do some more laps to reach their milestones. During curriculum time, there's some cross-curricular lesson plans designed by our educational advisor, and they're all on the resource section, which we'll cover a little bit later, and I'll show you where that is on the website. So you can link it in with numeracy, literacy, I think there's design and technology, all sorts of different ways, looking at the changes of the body. So it's about the teachers being able to think, well, this is not just a physical activity exercise, and it's not just something we've got to go outside and do, but the children can actually use it and fit it in with their lesson time. So it gives the teacher something new to go out and say, we'll do this in the lesson, and then we'll go outside and do some practical stuff within their PE lesson. So linking it in within the curriculum as well is how some schools tend to do it. Lunchtime is always a favourite one, some structured play at lunch, some activities at lunch, and the Golden Mile can be run. Just as an example, how some schools set it up, it might be, for instance, reception and year 1 have some Golden Mile time on a Monday, year 2 and 3 might have some time on a Tuesday, all in, all access on a Wednesday, and then maybe 3 and 4 on a Thursday, and year 6s have on a Friday. So that's just one way you can do it. Just children can come and go as they please. The monitors, which we'll talk a little bit later, will record all the laps. So a good one is structured play at lunchtime, and just gives the children something to aim for, and it can simply, as I said, just walking around, holding hands with their friends. They can jog it, they can run it, however they like to do it, and they can come and go as they please through that. So it's just sorting out the structure that fits with the school. And then we've got the after school club, which I've seen and personally think works really, really well. Again, it's down to the individual school, where you as Golden Mile monitors can actually facilitate your own after school club. It might just be for 10 or 15 minutes after school, so the parents don't have to go away and come back, where you can go out and you can lead your particular class that you've been allocated to just for 10 or 15 minutes to have some Golden Mile time after school. You can monitor their laps. The parents can get involved as well and join in after school if they wish, and it gives you plenty of opportunity there throughout, during, before and after school to get active in Golden Mile. What we're going to do now is we're going to go and get active. So we will, I'll briefly show you a demonstration. You can have a go at Golden Mile. It's all very simple. We measure your Golden Mile lap in metres, okay, not miles. You don't have to run a whole mile around your school. It's just a lap length, and it can be done on the field. It can be done on the playground. It can be done in the hall. It can be done around the whole school site, around the whole facility. And you can have lots of different lap lengths that can be saved on to your computer, which again we'll show you a little bit later. So the more lap lengths that you have, the different it will be for every time that you do it. And generally, who saw the instrument used in the video to measure out the laps? Who knows what they're called?
Is it a wheel thing?
Yeah, anyone know the name for it?
Is it a measuring stick?
Yeah, it pretty is a measuring stick, but there's a name that well, it might be different now, but when I was at school it had a special name, not special name, but a certain name. Trundle wheel, excellent. So as monitors, you need, and most schools I think all have a trundle wheel. I haven't got one with me today, but that is how you would measure out your track, okay? Nice and simple. You can measure the lap in pairs or groups. So in monitors you might go around together, because what we suggest is that each monitor is given a class. So you'd look after, say for instance, year 1, you'd be year 2, you'd be year 3, and you'd work with that class throughout the year, okay? Or you might double up and have 2 classes, but generally a monitor per class, or even 2 per class. So you'd be working individually with your class, but also your Golden Mile monitors, and you're a team. So you can work together, help each other, and go out and do that together. And to measure your track and get everything going, you will need a trundle wheel, some elastic bands, some track markers, and a class register and pencil, which I will show you all very shortly. And then you'll create a Golden Mile station, just like the one here, where you'll sit and you'll monitor the lap. So who wants to go and find out exactly how we set it up and what you need to do?